I'm going to say something that a lot of SEO companies probably won't like. Most business owners don't need more SEO. They don't. In fact, I've seen businesses rank higher on Google and make absolutely no additional money. I've also seen businesses with very little traffic generate a steady stream of leads. That's why when someone tells me, Fabio, I need SEO, my first question isn't, for what keywords? My first question is, why? Because after more than 20 years building websites and working with businesses, I've noticed something. A lot of business owners don't actually understand what SEO is. And honestly, I don't blame them. The industry has spent years turning SEO into a mysterious technical service. Keywords, backlinks, meta tags, ranking reports, monthly PDFs. But the misunderstanding runs deeper than that. If you're spending money on SEO, or thinking about spending money on SEO, there's one thing I'd encourage you to understand before you invest another dollar. And it has very little to do with rankings. I've been building websites for over 2 decades. I've worked with businesses that were brand new, businesses that were struggling, businesses that were growing, and one pattern keeps showing up. A business hires an SEO company. A month later they ask, why aren't we ranking yet? 2 months later, why isn't anything happening? 3 months later, we're thinking about canceling. I've seen this movie many times. What's interesting is that some of those businesses cancel right before the work starts gaining traction. Because SEO isn't a feature. It's not a plugin. It's not a button you turn on. Nobody installs SEO the same way they install a contact form. Google doesn't wake up one morning and say, oh, they hired an SEO company. Let's move them to page 1. That's not how this works. SEO is closer to reputation building than software installation. And reputation takes time, online and offline. The ranking conversation fascinates me because business owners often ask, what position am I ranking? Rarely do they ask, are the people finding me becoming customers? Those are 2 completely different questions. Imagine ranking number 1 for a keyword that generates 10,000 visitors. Sounds great, until you discover none of those visitors need your service. No inquiries, no phone calls, no sales, nothing. Then you have another keyword. Maybe only 50 searches per month, tiny volume. But those 50 people are actively looking for exactly what you offer. Suddenly, you're getting inquiries, appointments, customers. Business owners love traffic because traffic is easy to measure. Sales are harder, trust is harder, conversions are harder. But those are the numbers that actually matter. Traffic by itself is just movement. A shopping mall can be crowded. That doesn't mean anybody is buying. This is where my web design background starts colliding with SEO. A lot of business owners believe more traffic will solve their problems. Sometimes I look at the website and quietly think, I hope you don't rank higher, because if you do, you're just going to disappoint more visitors. Slow pages, confusing navigation, weak messaging, no trust signals, no clear next step. I've seen businesses spend thousands trying to increase traffic to a website that couldn't convince visitors to contact them. That's like paying for more people to enter a store where nobody greets customers. SEO gets people to the front door. Your website determines whether they stay. One of the biggest mistakes I see is treating SEO and website design as separate conversations. They're connected, very connected. If visitors arrive and immediately feel confused, uncertain, or skeptical, rankings won't rescue the situation. The traffic wasn't the problem. The experience was. Let me take this a step further, because this is where many business owners start disagreeing with me. Google is not trying to help your business. Google is trying to help its users. That distinction changes everything. When someone searches for a service, Google is asking, who can best answer this person's question? Who looks credible? Who appears trustworthy? Who seems helpful? Notice what's missing. Google isn't asking, which business owner needs more leads this month? That's why so many businesses become frustrated. They believe visibility should be earned simply because they exist. But existence isn't enough. If it were, every business would rank. Google's loyalty is to the searcher, not the business owner. Once you understand that, SEO suddenly makes much more sense. Sometimes I still hear people talk about SEO the way they talked about it 15 years ago. Put keywords everywhere, repeat city names, adjust a few meta tags. Done. The internet has moved on. Users have changed. Search engines have changed. Competition has changed. Today, Google is looking at things that are much harder to fake. Experience, trust, content quality, reputation, user behavior, brand signals. That's why two businesses can target the exact same keyword and get very different results. One feels credible. One doesn't. One demonstrates expertise. One simply claims expertise. There's a difference, and users can feel that difference almost immediately. So can search engines. SEO today is much closer to building authority than gaming an algorithm. The businesses that still treat it like a checklist are often the ones wondering why nothing is working. Lately, I've heard another claim. AI killed SEO. I don't buy it. People still need answers. Businesses still need visibility. Customers still need services. Search behavior is evolving, but discovery isn't disappearing. If anything, the businesses that establish trust may become even more important. At the same time, I see local businesses ignoring one of the easiest opportunities available: their Google business profile. They spend thousands on websites, thousands on advertising. Meanwhile, their profile has old photos, few reviews, incomplete information, no updates, no activity. It's strange when you think about it. Some businesses obsess over advanced SEO tactics while neglecting the thing customers often see first. Sometimes the biggest opportunity isn't another SEO package. It's maintaining the digital storefront you already have. I'll leave you with a thought, and some people may disagree with this. I don't think most businesses need more traffic. I think most businesses need to become more trustworthy online. There's a difference, because trust changes everything. Trust improves conversions. Trust improves referrals. Trust improves engagement. Trust improves search visibility. Trust improves sales. And when you zoom out, that's what Google has been trying to measure all along. Not who has the most keywords, not who purchased the biggest SEO package, not who generated the most traffic, who deserves attention. That's a different question. And honestly, it's a much harder one. So before you ask, how do I get more traffic? Maybe ask, if twice as many people visited my website tomorrow, would they trust me enough to contact me? Because if the answer is no, SEO isn't the first problem that needs solving. I'm curious what you've experienced with this. Have you invested in SEO before? Did it help your business? Or did you discover the real issue was something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. And if you would like more tips on running a smooth, profitable web design business, please like this video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any valuable tips. My name is Fabio Peters. Until next time, take care.